Good morning, Jefferson Eagles. This is Mr. Kearns. I want to visit with you just for a few minutes, and we'd love to be able to have some assemblies, but right now we all have so much going on as STAR's approaching, and literally we have 10 weeks of school left, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get some messages out to you as quickly as I could. Remember at the beginning of the year, we had two different success assemblies, one in August and one when we came back from the winter break. And in those success assemblies, we had one common theme, and it was that the goal that we were striving was to make sure that every single Jefferson student was ready for that next step, whatever that next step might be, whether it's sixth grade to seventh, seventh to eighth, or our eighth graders moving on to high school. And that's still our goal. And remember, at Jefferson, we're always about continuous improvement. No matter where we are and how we're doing, we can always try and do a little bit better. And I can tell you that we look at how we're achieving at Jefferson through two different lenses, one being how are we doing academically, the other how are we doing behaviorally. And I can tell you that a large group of students, you're doing great in both of those. And for those students, I'm going to say thank you very much. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. But if you find yourself struggling, whether it's academic or behaviorally, I want to give you some things to think about as we look at those last 10 weeks of school because it's going to pass very, very quickly. So let's talk first about academics. Remember, you have lots of resources here on campus, whether it be Homework Center or tutoring with your teacher. Take advantage of those. There's not a single Jefferson teacher, if you ask for help, that's not going to be willing to help you get better. Remember, too, if you're asked to come to a STAR enrichment session, be there. Your teacher has identified that as an area of need for you, and they're experts. They know what you need, so make sure that you're showing up for those also. When we talk about the behavior side of the house, again, many of you are doing very, very well, but we're starting to see an increase in behaviors that are counterproductive to what we're trying to do here. And then remember, that's trying to get ready for that next step that, again, is only 10 weeks away for all of us. So let's make sure that we're doing the right things behaviorally. Let's make sure that we're not hanging out in the hallways. We're getting to class on time. We're using our phones appropriately. Remember, that's at the teacher's discretion. Never forget, cell phones are great things, but it's a privilege that the district and the school extend to our students, and it can be taken away if it's used inappropriately. But also, one of the things that we're starting to see is an increase in students making poor decisions about their interactions with their peers. And the last thing we want to see is students that feel like the only thing they can do is try and solve a problem physically, and let's just call it what it is. That's fight another student, because I can tell you we're not going to tolerate that here at Jefferson Middle School. If that happens, there's going to be some swift consequences, but also one of those consequences could be a citation from our campus police officer, Officer Avery, and that's going to result in a court appearance for you and your parents, which we do not want. So remember, just like we talked about academic resources, use your behavioral resources. Go to your teachers. They absolutely can point you in the right direction if you're struggling with one of your peers. Go talk to a counselor or come to the office. Any one of the administrators would be happy to help you. And remember, let us help you when the problem's small before it gets to be something large. And so let's remember, let's keep our hands to ourselves. Let's treat each other like we want to be treated. And so as we look at those last 10 weeks, let's focus in on the things that are important. Let's take care of STAR. All right, let's make sure that we're ready for that next step when school is over, and let's treat each other like we want to be treated, because honestly, Jefferson Middle School, we're better than what we've been seeing over the last few weeks and few months. Let's get back to being the best students in Northside and the best campus in Northside. Thanks for listening. Have a great rest of the day.